Here we have a face of Catholic Charities. Once again, I stress, this is the largest social service agency in the state, next to the state government. It's that important. This is what we're supposed to be doing in living the gospel. We're supposed to be caring for each other. So we're delighted to welcome to our parish this weekend Jerry Vassell, the face of Catholic Charities. Jerry, welcome. Come on up. And welcome to our parish. Delighted to have you here. You've got the best congregation in the world right here. All right.
Good morning. I'd like to begin by thanking Father Cole for his warm welcome and for you sharing your parish with me today to be able to speak to you about Catholic Charities. My name is Jerry Vassell. I'm the Director of Social Services and Admissions for St. Francis in Laconia, New Hampshire. People know Catholic Charities because they have walked with those in New Hampshire for more than 46 years, beginning with adoptions and orphanages, and now reaching across the lifespan and geographic boundaries to include elder care and immigration services. But who am I? I am simply a man. I come before you today not as a holy man, but more whole and complete in the service of others. I have 15 years plus in formal service roles, but I have never been with an organization that has so eagerly embraced the service needs to others. Today's gospel from St. John talks about the works of Jesus. Through the works of Catholic Charities, we often encounter the face of Christ among the poor and the vulnerable. At Catholic Charities, our goal is to stabilize and strengthen individuals and families with demonstrated impact from life's inception through life's completion. Some of our services include community outreach, parenting education, counseling, and financial literacy training, and more. People from all backgrounds and all walks of life find themselves in need of support to get through difficult times. That is why Catholic Charities is here. In the White Mountain District alone, Catholic Charities in 2013 served 16,218 people. We serve 1 in 13 people in New Hampshire, and each has a unique circumstance, a unique story. It's hard to pick which stories to share with you, but I will share 2 with you today. Jessica, for the safety of her 5-year-old daughter and herself, ended a 7-year marriage to her abusive husband. But she was not able to move on with her life. Post-traumatic stress disorder took the form of chronic anxiety and depression. She missed so much work. She was at risk of losing her job. This was so unlike her, an educated woman with a successful career, but she was unable to shake the paralyzing feelings that kept her from functioning. Then, a close friend was able to convince Jessica to seek help and set up an appointment with Catholic Charities counselor. She went with her for the first appointment and held her hand the whole way. Our counselors began working with Jessica and helped her to learn the triggers that set off her anxiety and helped her learn how to trust again. Jessica is now back on track, no longer missing work, and proud of getting herself and her daughter out of such a dangerous situation. She continues to heal with steady support from her counselor, rebuilding her confidence and feeling in control of her life and her safety. In addition to our counselors, our community outreach staff work with many different people facing difficulty and crisis. This next story is an example of how they help people move forward in their lives. A gentleman came to us. He looked like he had it all together, but underneath the facade of a successful businessman was an addiction that caused him to lose his wife, his children, and his job. Our community outreach worker at one of our 10 district offices provided guidance and mentoring as the gentleman made the decision to enter himself into rehab. We continued to work to support him through this healing process and assisted him in his journey back to his life of sobriety and reunification with his family. You may know someone, a friend, a coworker, or a neighbor who has struggled through a crisis, who has knocked on our door, or maybe someone that would have if they only knew where to turn. Because of the kindness and generosity of donors like you, Catholic Charity empowers people to improve their lives and become more self-reliant. There are envelopes and brochures at each door here today, at your entrances and your exits. I ask that you prayerfully consider making a thoughtful pledge. Every gift makes a difference, and it will be the start of helping another in need begin their life anew. When you make the choice to give, when you open your heart to a person in need, you move life forward with dignity, with hope, and with love. On behalf of your friends and neighbors whom we serve, I thank you. I thank you for listening, for your prayers, and for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry, very much. And Jerry will be here after Mass if you'd like to speak with him personally, one-on-one. Okay? The other thing to keep in mind is when you hear New Hampshire Food Bank, that's us. That's New Hampshire Catholic Charities helping to provide food for all the pantries throughout the state. And 1 out of 13 citizens is affected by Catholic Charities. 1 out of 13. That's huge. And my dream, I got to tell you what it is that once this debt is paid, 10% of everything that comes in here, we'll just give it away. What do you think of that? Just give it away. Hard. And it won't be long. It won't be long. We can help Catholic Charities. We can help other parishes that are having a hard time. So thank you for taking the day off to be with us. Okay, Jerry.